don't know, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op in your bros.
Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles. Get two in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're off to a terrific start. Unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The return now by Alford. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bengals take over.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
On first down, Gore firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Put 2 hats on that Watt.
Mixon on the toss right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
That little convoy.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7.
Elliott set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Look at this cat.
So
their prize rookie quarterback right here.
And they'll be let out
Jeremy Styles.
Center Charles, their quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week.
Probably got 90
3
speed.
touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was.
I gotta go see what I'm dealing with here. $91 sell, 80 break tackle. Alright, this guy's legit.
Getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
He was brought down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Styles. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? This is Swift on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately starts out there at the end.
But things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
On 1st and 10, Gore. This pass complete to Higgins. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, Gore. That's complete to John Ross. 20. 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, the touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Jake Elliott on for the play.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the
About
touchdown,
8 yards
here's
deep.
Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive
What's the
possession.
scoop on Jeremy Styles there, Jim D?
It's not what they wanted.
When they
wanted
take
6,
him
but they
first
got at
round?
least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like
The
the
old
way
franchise
you
slinger
described it.
here, huh?
Not
The
ideal,
rook.
but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yo! Boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner,
PG for the kids.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Styles. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And
there goes that man.
Be backed up to the 24.
Sean Mann's going to be a player out here, folks.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't
coming right into your living room.
They were able to read that one.
We're going to get Brian Baldinger on the channel one of these times, call a game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard
couple baldy breakdowns for your asses.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense.
Seth Alexander's a Condor 2.0.
He's on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he has the ability to,
throw the hanky
after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Gore. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
A loss of 9 yards.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gore escaping the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Forgot we had a punter.
Frichter out now on 4th down.
Of course you would, you cocksucker.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a carry for Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Styles. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun. Styles. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Guy's having the best season of his career. Of course, in a contract year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
Yeah, Jalen.
I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Styles. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
I thought I ran right into him. Whew.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gore. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Gore. And that will be incomplete.
How you doing, Wagner?
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space? And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
The guy stands like 4 yards deep. He's not even at the end of the fucking end zone there.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a
so you get Turdell Sands, you give him a call. Come block this fucking punt, dude.
They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the left side. Alford. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy.
What the hell are you doing, Jim?
Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
I don't know, your messages keep coming up like in a little box there.
Now,
Upper left, it's not coming on the YouTube page. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Complete to number 22. A gain of 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st down, Gore. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Got dev trade opportunity. He needs 3 touchdowns or 150 yards. Again, Drip Bayless his shit.
There really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Can't lose in these shoes.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
A swift push it was.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And now out come the Steelers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. He'll get this off to Swift.
Styles pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Give me that. Take that, thank you.
The return here will go to the 31-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it
tough
second
run by
and
the
4.
road.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
At the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on 2nd down. Gore. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Nice block out there, Higgins. Come on, man.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
16-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gore. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown,
A
Cincinnati.
16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 10. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's
Somebody better
Elliott on to
knock
kick it
this guy
away.
unconscious.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line.
Oh, Baskerville. Old Alabama slammer. 6'5" tight end, 2nd year out of Alabama.
General once more leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he?
Coming for your style.
Playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You
NASCAR
make
package.
a little bit worse. But in this
Cleve
particular
Farrell in here.
situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Styles. He'll drop this one off to Swift. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. And it's complete. He gives this one to Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. throwing on first down. Styles. Ebron caught left side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
This is perfect season. God damn it.
Where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Kareem Hunt with a touchdown run. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see
Todd
they have
Shields,
the lead over the
former
visiting
Bengal.
Tennessee Titans.
Back up.
Steven Sims, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to
around
Silicon
dirty
Valley.
men to be.
Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Put the Burt's Bees on. It's about to get serious. Sauce them up.
Coach, thank you, and we
playing a diamond in my cheek.
For quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The return now by Alford. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
19 times for 1.7. If it don't work on this time, it's not meant to be.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And they're able to
Never
get
give
this
up.
one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
At the 37-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on second down. Gore. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again from the 41. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
They got the rookie, Oscar.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Gore. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have
Bush running on that one. As soon as I hit the button, I thought he was taking that shit.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Gore being chased out left. Gore hit.
Nah, you motherfucker.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field.
Nice.
After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We've
seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for DeAndre Swift. Incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. To throw again. Gore. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Hello, Dev Trait.
Touchdown. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Gonna be big for the offense.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st down, Styles. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
26-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Styles got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Work never stops for Ethan Carter.
This cut all the time. They're working on all the timing patterns.
Trying to pave the way.
Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball carrier.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Look at that quick trigger.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
601 if you're counting.
Nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Back to the running game with Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line.
Bobby O produces.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't
Play
there.
a little more 4-3 with this team.
To throw on 2nd down. Styles. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it
Bobby
down
boy.
the 30 there.
Pursuit off the chart.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion. So now here's 3rd and 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Styles. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
52's the mark, boys, 52.
On 4th down, Styles.
And that play was fucked from the start.
End zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Why is my guy in zone on that side of the field?
3rd touchdown now.
Somebody.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
56 the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Gore. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking to throw on second down. Gore. Open man is Higgins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On third down, Gore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Sal Palatoni will be breaking that down in an NFL matchup about 4 a.m. Sunday.
Needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, Gore. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
What's the Raiders score, Jim? I missed it on the bottom line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Football, and the Bengals grab it.
You take one of the crib on us, we got to get one of those to offset it.
And careless with
like Migos
there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On 1st down, Alford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
22, the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Complete to number 85.
T. Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there.
I put old Deezer in the fantasy championship. Deontay Johnson, big shout out. Drafted you around 9. I believed in you. Get that AB twitch.
So the Steelers with the football as we get
and about 12 targets a game. Real healthy.
Come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Styles. Short little throw to Ebron, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Styles. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Styles. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down. Styles. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And a loose football.
That's not what we're looking for.
And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Oh, you know we're tacking one off.
Someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end.
Oh, look at the Raiders.
The rest of the way.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
24.
Chris Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to number 22. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Play action. Rollins keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Yeah, home chuck that motherfucker.
Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
There's your defense coordinator, Greg Williams, out here.
Can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Not happy about the points. They got a kick return.
Continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working.
Gotta do better.
They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator,
defense gave up 6 points each of the last 2 games, though.
Run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, They remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions.
The victory, Jay.
Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
58.3 is that good?
So long, everybody.
How many snaps Bobby O play? Oh, they don't show it here.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And Shorty got a man, but she saying wife me.
Good John Rollins. A couple snaps, got sacked. Nice little upgrade. Undrafted rookie out of the Ohio State.
T-shirt, check. Sneakers, check. Socks, check. Hoodie, check. Shorts, I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And Shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it.
Big upgrade. Those who don't know, Darius Bayless, undrafted in our first draft. Scooped him right up as a 67. Two-time Pro Bowler. I'll give you a quick look at his history here.
If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Okay. Getting better by the year, yardage wise, touchdown wise, turning a monster. I might throw him back at kick return. Durable. that contract. Couple 50 burgers for the boys this week. Big for Antoine Gore. Struggled out of the gate. Throw an interception.
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain.
Well, Snaps played the tackles for Okariki. The monster.